Hey, we're going live. I'm going to set this up so we're right here. Man, changes every time. Can't seem to get it always in the right spot. How's everybody doing? Hi there. Got to set my, sorry about that. Sorry about my finger. Got to set my brightness up so I can see. There we go. Christina, how you doing? Nice to see you there. I'm trying to get everything set up here. Hello. Sorry if I'm a little shaky starting off. Just got back from a reading. Like literally walked in the door, ate something. Now I'm here playing Ouija board with you. Where is it freezing? It's very warm here. Hi everybody. Hi Liz. Hi Brenda. Oh, the phone with the thought you meant it was freezing like it's freezing cold. It was just freezing. The feed was freezing. How's everybody doing tonight? All right? Hi, Tammy. Nice to see you there. I gotta start wearing that mic I bought for this thing. Down in the basement today. Shelly's a little bit tired, so she's not gonna be joining me. It's gonna be just me and all of you. Should be fun. So, who was here last week? Thumbs up if you were here last week. That was interesting, right? We had a good time. It was a good time last week. I have my pen, I have my pad over here and paper just in case anything goes through. Oh, sorry you had a bad day. It's rough all around, I think. We had a bit of a slow day here. That's what I think everybody's complaining about today. It's very slow. Not that I know anything about. I know my description at Facebook says I'm an astrologist, but I'm not. But I do know that Mercury is allegedly in retrograde, which I think means that the energy is starting to slow down for a lot of things. So if you're having a bit of a bad day, blame the planets. That's what I would do. Stupid planets always moving around on us. Or at least they look like they're moving around. I don't know. You really have to talk to somebody who knows something about it. Oh yeah, Michelle. That's who I just had an appointment with, Michelle. We had a really nice reading. It was really cool. Very interesting. Maybe she'll write a little something and put it up on the page later. So, what are we going to do? Ouija board? I blame my son, but it's okay. Yeah, I guess so if you want to. Oh, if you haven't yet, hit the old share button and I'm going to start getting going on this thing. Alright? So, we're not going to talk to anything that's low level. We only want to speak to good human entities. And, we'd like to talk to somebody nice, so if there's somebody nice around, why don't you come on in and say hello? C-H-E-E-R-S. Cheers. Cheers to you. L-I-N-S. Lines. T O 2 Y O U lines to you C O T E N cotton S T O P stop. Lines to you, something, stop. So it said cheers, which is nice. Very nice way of saying hello. Ah, yes, I look very nice and comfortable, thanks. I try to dress up when I go to out to do readings. I try to look okay. Try to look presentable, not in my sweatshirt I like to wear around the house. H-I. They say hi. A-N Y any O N E 1 H A N G R Y. Anyone hangry? That's a funny question. F A N T O M, Phantom, that's not how you spell Phantom, but okay. C H I L L S Phantom Chills. Hi there. Hi, Arlene. B A T X S Bats. N O P E Nope. Y E S Yes. Okay. P O N T Y Ponty. S T E A M Ponty Steve. Alright, I'm going to take my hands off that for a second. So, is anybody hangry? Spirit wants to know. And then he talked about being a phantom, or somebody's a phantom, I'm not sure. Phantom chills, he said. It's interesting. I like when we start to get something right off the bat and they just start spelling a lot of stuff and it doesn't quite mean anything to us. So does anybody have any questions they want to ask? The usual stuff, like what's your name, how'd you pass, when did you pass, how old are you, those kinds of things we're going to do. I'm not reading your mind. I think we just ask the same questions every week. Let's see. Alright, what's your name? G A N Y Gainy. P O N Y Pony. S T O P. Stop again. Interesting. Carlene says, how old are you? 5'1", 51. Are you British? Oh, you are. Yes. Would I consider you a redcoat? Yes. Interesting. I say hi again because I'm awake in Sweden. Hi, thanks for watching us in Sweden. I think you told me that you were a couple hours out of us, right? It's the middle of the night for you. W O K E N U P. Woken up. Yes. Are you a man? No. Are you a female? Yes. Cool. Female spirit. 51. What year did you pass away in? 1 8 1 9 1819. Wow. B A N T O M. Bantam. Earlier it was phantom. Now it's bantam with a B. D A B B L E D. Dabbled. I N W I E T C H C. I think we know where this is going. R A. It's moving weird. F. Gotta see how it's moving? It's like very circular. T. Dabbled in witchcraft. Wow. That's cool. C. O. U. L. D. R. E. N. Cauldron. Shelly walked in and closed the door. I guess I'm talking loud. M. A. Y. May. P. E. A. C. E. Peace. B. E. B. W. I. T. H. With. Y. O. You. May peace be with you. May peace be with you as well, Spirit. So, how interesting is that? This week we have a witch on the board. On a witch board. Nonetheless. Interesting, right? Hi, Kelly. Kelly, tell Anthony I called him back. He didn't answer. I went right to voicemail. So does anybody have any questions they want to talk to the witch about? that would be kind of strange for the area where I live in. I don't know that there were any kind of witches that lived here that I know of. And it said dabbled in witchcraft, which is interesting. And then it mentioned like the cauldron, which I guess is something that we would associate with witches. And then, hi Carrie. And then said, may peace be with you. So obviously I'm dealing with somebody that seems to be pretty friendly. So you have any questions about it? Peace be upon the witch. Agreed. Because we are only here to make friends. D-A-N-T-Y. Dante. Okay. P-E-A-T. Pete. S-T-O-N-E. Pete Stone. W-O-Z. Woes. P-A-N. Pan. L-I. P-E-S. Panlipes. L-I-P-E-S. J. E. A. N. S. Jeans. T. E. A. N. Teen. But not spelled the right way, I don't think. Y. O. U. U. D. A. N. Dan. T. Y. K. I. N. Kin. S. T. O. R. E. S. Stores. Y. O. U. G. H. Go. You go. L. I. N. E. S. Lines. Y. O. U. G. O. P. A. N. Pan. T. S. You go pants. P. O. N. Z. I don't know, sort of not making sense. You go pants doesn't make sense. So Zane Foden discards calls when he's YouTubing. Ha! That kid. Wah. Carrie says, wah. How's everybody doing? If you haven't yet, could you please hit the share button? So, welcome. It is Friday night. We're talking to allegedly a witch. It is March 9th, 2018. And we are performing a little bit of fun with the spirit board, also known as the mystifying oracle of the Ouija. We did this last week and the week before that. Last week seemed to be pretty eventful. We talked to somebody named Steve, and then we spoke to a spirit who came right through, which was really crazy. Up until like about yesterday or the day before, I was still shaking that energy off. It was really powerful. I haven't been in touch with Angel Marie, I think was her name, if I remember correctly, since the day after. So far, I think that everything is probably going okay. Everything has been going swimmingly. My house has been quiet. There's not been anything crazy going on here. So once again, I have to tell you that using the Ouija board does not bring in any bad spirits. It's all about the intention of the user, and that's kind of the reason, one of the reasons why we do this here. And let's see, Kathy Sasso says, do you know about the witch legend on Whippoorwill Valley Road? As a matter of fact, I do, and I think it's a bit of a decoy. Here in town, we have, no matter where you guys are from in the country, you know, you probably live in a pretty developed kind of area, which this is Middletown, but we have several dirt roads left, and one of them is Whippoorwill Valley Road, and it's next door or parallel to a road called Cooper Road, and another one called Brownstock, and the kids come up Whippoorwill because it's in a magazine called Weird New Jersey. And allegedly there was some kind of witches going on out there or whatever.
So who knows if there's anything going on out there. I'm not sure. I did an investigation out on Cooper. And let's see. Who says? Dawn Bread Giordano says, I need answers. Well, you can hit me up privately if you need answers. This is definitely not the place where I really can do too much for giving you answers, especially on Ouija night. Yeah, so used to love, yeah, that magazine. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, right? So a lot of spots in Middletown are on there. Dancing Jesus, Whippoorwill, the Bound House. I think that's what it's called, right? Bound House. There's a couple of them, so there's really neat stuff going on out here. Hi, Cisco, how are you? So anyway, allegedly we're talking to a witch. And my wife says there's always weird things going on in the house. I'm just not here. Well, I am pretty busy. D-A-N. Dan. That's the name we got last week. V-I-S-I-T-S. Dan visits. N-Y. New York. P-O-M-O. Pomo. X-O-P-A-N-D-E-R-S. Panders. T-O-2. Y-O-U. So maybe Dan comes and hangs out. I don't know. J-I-N. Gin again. T-O-P. Top. S-T-O-P. Top stop. S-T-A-N-L-Y. Stanley. S-E-A-N. Sean. S-C-O-T-T. Scott. That's my name, obviously. N-O-T. Not. P-A-N. Pan. W. H. O. Who. M. A. Y. May. R. E. A. D. Who may read. H. I. S. His. S. T. O. N. E. S. Who may read his stones. L. I. N. E. S. Lines. T. O. 2. Y. O. U. R. S. Yours. T. O. P. Top. S. T. O. P. Stop. L. I. N. E. S. Lines. That keeps coming up. I don't know what's up with the lines. It's very interesting. Dawn, I could do a private reading for you. Just send me a message. And we will talk about it. It's very interesting. Is the spirit looking for somebody? Are you looking for somebody? They say no. I know it's kind of out of reach of the camera. Sorry about that. Why are you here? L. I. N. E. S. Lines. V. I. C. T. I. M. Victim. P. O. N. Pone. E. Pony. H. A. R. D. L. I. F. E. Hard life. N. O. No. O. N. E. No one. C. A. R. E. S. No one cares. H. A. N.
G. Hang. E. Y. S. T. O. P. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. There is a lot going on here. Okay, Don Jordan, if you really need my help, send a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So we have a lot going on here tonight. I don't understand what's going on, obviously, and I always say that the Ouija board is definitely an interesting thing that I am very skeptical of. I gotta say this again, somebody else hit me up and asked me if I use this thing to do readings. I don't. It's not how it works. I always have to laugh. Now, Christina, I see you said hung themselves to death. Now, that could be, but let's not jump to any conclusions, because what you're seeing and the way that I feel about it is different. I just did a reading tonight that had some of the undertones of the things that are happening here, so now I'm wondering if I am influencing it at all, or if somebody followed me and came with me. I don't know, and I'm not going to jump to any conclusions. So we're going to just see, because first it said it was a witch from that passed in 1819 at the age of 51. Lines, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Cisco, maybe ley lines, but it keeps saying like it's here for the lines. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And victim, and it's going to spell it again, VICTIM, victim, O, F of, L, I, N, E, S of lines. Victim of lines. I don't really understand what that means. She may have been hung by lines. The lines got me going. Yeah, that's interesting, right? H-E-A-D, head. M-O-Y, P-A-N, head, Moy Pan, Pon. W-H-O, who, I-S-T-O-B-L-A-M-E, who is to blame. So, interesting. Who is to blame? So, remember what we talked about on Tuesday, if you tuned in for the Zozo thing? What did I say happens? They tell you a sob story, get you invested, get you hooked, and then what do? You start investigating and become emotionally involved. Does that sound like what's going on here? All of you are pretty much like, oh, let's really get into it and see what it means. So when a spirit communicates, it's pretty fairly straightforward. If you sat with a reading for me, you know that they're pretty forward about the way that it is. And if you watched last week when that spirit Dan came through, he gave me a lot of really quick information that matched up with a lot of things for the person who was watching. So if you can see what's happening, is you're already becoming very invested in whatever the planchette is pointing out, and that's very dangerous, because that's how you get hooked into get caring and getting invested into it. So that's why you need to be careful. The board has the power you give it, right? So I don't give it any power. I'm just going to listen to what it says, and I think it's interesting, but I have to remain very skeptical, because I don't know what is coming through. Now, Carlene says maybe Zozo is coming through. Nah, I wouldn't think that that's what's going on. And I only just think that because I expect some things to happen if something that powerful is going to come through. And specifically, I would expect that I could personally feel that. I would like to think that I would be able to feel something that dark coming into my energy field. So Dawn says, ask him, does he want to talk to anyone here? Okay. Does this spirit want to talk to anybody here? See, now it's gone completely silent. Okay, F. It's very slow. O. N. E. Y. Phony. H A N D S. Phony hands. T I P S. Tips. T I Z. Tiz. W O M A N. Tips something woman. S O N Y. Sony. H A N G R Y. Hangry again. P A. Oh, where you going? Z. Paz. S E A N. Sean. L E A N. Now, you see what this thing is doing? Do we see what this thing is doing? And I am starting to get a little bit of the goosebumps going because I don't like it very much. So what's happening right now is it's starting to go into the figure 8, which is when we're going to say like this: goodbye. Goodbye. So maybe by talking about it a little too much, it either influenced me or is influencing whatever could be around. And I'm actually starting to get a lot of pins and needles, so I'm going to stop with it for right now. So you understand that the influence is very strong. Yeah, it was making me strong too. Did you see how it started going into the figure 8? That's one of the signs of it not being a very good thing. The figure 8 is definitely a part of that, and then it could start going into the other thing. And I'm going to stop saying the name because I don't want to give it too much energy, bring it into the house or any nonsense like that. So you can understand how it could be pretty powerful, and even just the power of suggestion was enough for this to start kind of taking a turn for the worse. And we know from weeks of playing and doing this together that it could be very light and playful. It isn't until the last week or two that it's starting to get a little weird and negative. So we could talk about it a little bit, and if you have any questions, we could certainly address that. I know everybody wants to see something wild happen, but I have to sleep here in this house, so I don't want anything negative coming in that I can't control, obviously. Or if I have to leave for work, I don't want my family being left here if I accidentally do let anything in, because I'll tell you this, I do feel like I know a lot, but I'm no expert, and I certainly don't, again, I don't know everything, and I don't pretend to either. So let me see, I have my notes from the Zozo reading topic that we talked about the other day, and I think right in here, well, it says rainbow pattern, and then I remember reading that it would also go in a figure 8, which I've never experienced before, but it's pretty interesting. Phone's hand, yeah, I think it was trying to tell me that I was fake. I think it was trying to goat me a little bit by saying that I was fake. So it's very interesting that it would do that, right? Try to goat me in a little bit, try to jab me a little bit, and that's one of the things I said would happen, right? Gets a little nasty, a little agitated, a little angry. I don't know what the figure 8 would indicate, but it's very interesting that it's something that started to happen. How do I know it's gone? Well, I said goodbye, and that was good enough in my book. And before I finish up tonight after the broadcast, I'll do a little quick saging in here and throw some holy water down, and we'll clean it up nice, so that way we don't leave any residual stuff behind or leave anything here that shouldn't be here. Yeah, I said goodbye for closure. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to it, and I'm going to see if I can get some different results. Again, I think I had said if you watched on Tuesday, it's probably not a great idea, but for the sake of entertainment and for the sake of kind of, oh, my wife is saying there's noises upstairs. Okay, so that's interesting. So through the house, my wife, I'm in the, like, what I would call the basement, the main floor. And then we have it's a bi-level, so then we have or a split level, I guess it's called. Then we have the floor of the living room, where the dining room is, and then we have upstairs. So my wife is saying that there
is some noises coming from up there. I'm not particularly feeling anything except for hot, but I'm downstairs where the furnace is, and the heat is probably cranked up because the house takes a while to get warm. So Michelle, if you hear or Shelly, if you hear anything else, just let me know, and let me know if anything else comes through. So we're gonna do. All right, so we say goodbye. If anybody here is negative, I told you I don't want to speak to anybody negative. I only want to speak to good, high vibrational entities. And if you're negative, you're not allowed in my space, so back up. And with that, the furnace shuts off. Ain't that fun? Yeah, it could be the kids, or at least one of them. My teenager's up there. She could be mulling around. Who knows? It's not like it's 2 in the morning and nobody should be home. Should be up. G-O-N-E. Gone. Who is this? M-O-M. Mom. Okay, that's strange. A-N-D. And D-A-D. And Dad. Okay. H-I. Hi there. S-A-D. Sad. Who's sad? U-S. P-I-C. Pick. S-T-O-P. Pick stop. V-I-N-Y. Vinny? Viney? S-T-O-P. Stop. You keep saying stop. Have you had spirits stay with you? Yeah, sometimes. Not too often. Every once in a while they will. So, you know, it's kind of strange that it would say mom and dad, because although my mom who raised me and my dad who raised me are very much alive, my birth mother has passed, and not really sure about dad. So it'd be weird that they would come through together if this is really mom and dad. So, again, something might be trying to tug at my heartstrings a little bit. Let's ask their names. Now, of course, I can't verify because I know the name. I know their names. So if I get the names, then, you know, it is what it is. So, L-O-N-L-Y. Lonely. F-E-A-L-I-N-G. Lonely feeling. B-E-E-N. Bin. G-O-N-E. Gone. Been gone. W-H-I-L-E. Yep, been gone a while. P-A-R-T-Y. Party. P-O-O-P-E-R-S. Party poopers. J-A-N-Z-S-A-N-D. Sand. Sandy. S-T-O-P. Stop. It's weird it's acting like a telegraph, huh? Let's see. How long what? Oh, Anthony said, I went into Stubby's, if you guys are following the Stubby's investigation, I went into Stubby's crawl space today and I called the spirit. 5 minutes later, I left like I got stabbed in the butt and ran like a chicken, Duke. It's good. So, you are afraid of a ghost. You're going to have to take your Ghostbuster patch away, Cousin Anthony. W-O-N-T, won't, M-O-T-E, Y-O-U-D-A-N-K, dank, S-P-O
You dank spot. Lines. Lines. TO2STOP. Lines to stop.
I don't know. This is crazy. No, the name isn't Sandy at all. How long have they been gone? No idea. Mom's been gone since the 80s, early 80s. Dad, who knows? I have a story about that. You can go check it. Check the story out on ScottyTheNJMedium.com. You're going to have to look for it. It's a blog. I wrote a whole story about how my mom came to me in a visitation dream. That's how I know that's probably not this person on the board. Was going to go to Stubby's today. Forgot the meat. Went to Keyport Pizza. LOL. Yeah, you need to get over there. It's cool. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the lines. It's very interesting. Shot. I keep losing the words as Scott spells them. Oh, shit. Sorry. Sandy Dankspot. Yeah, hey, what's up there, Petty Joe? Urib, how are you? Thanks for chiming in. Hey, if you're new here, basically we're just using the Ouija board. It got a little heavy there again, but not too much. We said goodbye to whatever was on the board and we kicked it to the curb because we do not deal with that kind of nonsense here on the show. We are dealing with something else. I'm not sure what it is. I might be getting warned to stop. And something keeps telling me stop. Something says it's mom and dad. Probably not possible. My own mom, who passed away, has visited me twice in visitation dreams, and that's it. She's very much let me lead my life without, coming to me in spirit, and I think that's just the way she wanted it. Michelle says, totally off subject, but do you have oil heat? Nope, got a furnace. It's just noisy, and it's like 15 feet away, so that's what it is. So Carlene says, who are they looking for? I don't know that they're always looking for somebody. Basically, I think what happens is they get a little bit of attention this way. And remember what I said, the Ouija board is a really good way for low vibrational entities to kind of interact. So if we're not paying attention to them, this is a good way for them to get in and get their kicks in. They're going to be mischievous. And Colleen says, why are spirits messing with Scott? I don't know. They know that I do this every Friday, just like you, so they might just be showing up to kind of do this. K-I-N, kin, S-T-O-P. Kin, stop. Y-O-U-P-O-T-S. You pots. N-E-E-D. Need. M-Y-H-E-L-P. You pots need my help. S-T-A-Y-A-W-A-Y. Away. P-O-O-T. Poop. S-T-O-P. Stay away, pooped. Interesting. Good night, Cisco. It's nice seeing you there. Have a nice one. So basically, it's very seldom, I would say, that an actual spirit is going to come through and speak on the spirit board or the Ouija board. When I first started dating my wife, we had a very good interaction with it. And her dad and aunt came through and spoke to us pretty clearly. But the intention was there to use it, and they kind of came in and spoke. But I would say that if you're going to try to contact a spirit that has passed, that you know who they are, I wouldn't use this particularly. Definitely a medium, myself or somebody else, obviously. Or try to do it yourself. I always tell people to write things down, and whatever they're hearing is probably their loved one talking to them, and they don't need something like this to help do that. That was interesting. I don't know if everybody saw it. The phone kind of like weirdly refocused. In any case, the only thing I'm feeling is really hot. so much so that I'm like kind of not want to sit here anymore. It's so warm in here. And I don't know if that's because the furnace is cooking me or something else. I'm not sure. Does anybody have any calling us pooters? Yeah, that's funny. I'm going to keep playing this, but I feel like the energy is kind of off today. So how about we talk for a couple minutes? I don't have any of my pendulums near me, or else I would do that. Nope, don't have any. Don't have any sitting near me. So, what do you guys think about all this stuff? Has the couple weeks that you've been watching this go through, have you learned anything new? Is there anything interesting that you'd want to be talking about? It has been doing that on my end. What's that? All right, we'll do a couple more minutes. Then we'll be done. PAYME, pay me. FEAR, fear. TOY, toy. NINTY, Y, 90. PEO, PLE, 90 people. BUSTED, busted. BOARDS, busted boards. Yep, alright, we're done with you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wherever you are, whatever you are not being cool, and we don't want to talk to you. How about that? Is that so weird? The screen was jumping, huh? I've been having these weird hot feelings, not normal. Yeah, it's very strange. It doesn't normally happen when we do this, unless something's going to get really intense, which it seems to be getting kind of intense. I'm going to adjust this a little bit up. Oh, Donald wants to talk about indigo children. That's a good idea. So we're going to clear the air a little bit because that was a little bit intense, I'd have to say. I don't like that. And basically, this is what I said every time, and I'll say it from now on, just so everybody knows. If you watch this and you start to feel a little bit warm or uncomfortable, please, you don't have to feel obligated to sit here and watch. Just flip the thing off, and we'll talk another time. Right, you can't always trust an entity when they come on the board. And let's talk about some indigo children now that we've cleared that. You can always say goodbye. Remember, just say goodbye. Goodbye. Get lost. I've learned that I've been here 2 times and you haven't gotten possessed. And there's a good way to end it when it's not being cool. Yep, and that's what I did. See ya. Indigo children. So, has anybody ever heard that? Give me a thumbs up. Indigo children. Those are basically really super gifted psychic, medium, intuitive type of children. They're very often drawn to animals, high levels of artistic abilities. Let's see, they're usually very highly musical, and some people say that they are spirits that have come from like a different dimension instead of like the place. I guess when we pass from here, we move on to the next dimension, but these are very highly gifted individuals with very in-tune spirits, and some even indicate that they might believe that they are alien in nature, meaning that they might come from a different solar system, in a different kind of dimension or whatever, like I said. So one of the, and they're very evolved. A lady told me my older daughter was an indigo child. So one of the things that you can look for, like I said, is look, are they highly artistic at a young age? Very musical? Do they tend to speak to spirits that aren't there? Do they what kind of qualities are do your own children possess that would lead you to believe that way? And I see that some people said that some people they didn't even know came up to them and said their kids were indigo children. So the indigo label is kind of given to them because they allegedly have a very indigo kind of aura that surrounds them. I personally don't see auras all that often, so I can't speak on it. Tammy knows a little bit about this. I might have to have her write a new blog about it. Yeah, they could be related with heavy empathy, and they could have trouble watching violence. They could have trouble watching the news in particular. They may be turned off by those kinds of things. Highly emotional, sad, and all that kind of stuff. And, they pick up on other people's emotions really quickly. I had talked about it. I have to find the name of it, but the medium Chip Coffey, I'm sure most of you know who he is. He had a series on like Discovery Channel or something like that, and it was specifically a program about working with indigo children. And there's even special like daycares and stuff for kids like that, and they kind of try to nurture that sort of thing. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I will do some research, and it will be my pleasure to go ahead and try to find out more information, get myself more educated on it. And that's part of the reason why we do this, is because I'm not an expert on everything. I just kind of know a lot about, or a little bit about a lot of things, and it would be good for me because I'll have to learn about it as well. So indigo kids, very cool. Then I heard that there's somebody else told me that there's something that they're called crystal kids, and those are kids with special needs that are super in tune. So that is something else. I had never heard of that before. I heard of indigo, but then somebody was like, oh, my kid is a crystal kid. And they were saying that, their child has autism or is on the spectrum somewhere, and they are very in tune with all that kind of thing. So that's very interesting. And they're kind of here to help us, even though they're the ones with the special needs and they physically might rely on us a little bit more. They're put in our lives to kind of help us in our journey and where we're going. And I did have a reading not too long ago, within the last week or so, where that was kind of the case. The child was born with some disabilities, and definitely was here to help the mother learn some lessons in life, and it was very interesting. Carlene says, did you watch the movie Veronica? I haven't yet. I'm working all weekend, so maybe Monday night I'll try to give it a shot, and we'll talk about it on Tuesday. Very interesting, right? I heard it's kind of creepy. I have seen the movie Ouija, where they do this nonsense. I don't see any ghosts. Nope, no ghosts. Oops, I don't want to break it. So anyway, man, that was so heavy. Again, for like no stinking reason. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you very much. If you miss it here and you have a hard time watching it here on Facebook Live, I'm going to start downloading them and posting them over to YouTube, so you'll be able to watch them on replay there. So this is where it's going to end up also. I guess we have a couple minutes. Sunday, I'm going to be over at Patrick's house, the team leader over there at the PARS Investigations crew. We're going to be having a little get-together. We're going to be talking about the things we're going to be doing during the year, kind of different kind of ghost hunts we're going to be doing. And we also have some other things in the works. The paranormalschoolhouse.com is something that we're working on. It's kind of slow moving because we're developing so many things at once, but it's going to be a place where you can go and learn about the paranormal, and we're going to have videos up and stuff like that for you guys to check that out. Good night, Brenda. It was nice seeing you. God bless you. Have a nice night. I know it got a little slow, but unfortunately, the board is going to dictate the way we're at, what we're doing, and I certainly am not going to put my own family at risk for playing Ouija board. It feels like I was giving it a little too much, so we're not going to do that. In any case, so yeah, look out for a live feed from there. If you haven't joined Scotty the NJ Medium's paranormal discussion page, then you're missing out. We've been posting a lot of great content over there. Tammy's doing a great job putting up new, interesting things. There's been a lot of good discussion in the last couple days, which is awesome. It's exactly what it's there for. So if you haven't joined the paranormal discussion group yet, get on over there. Feel free to add your own articles. Everybody has the ability on there to add their own articles, add their own scary stories. If you want to ask questions, that's the place to do it. And as you can see, there's a lot of people who are here every single week who know a lot about it, who know a lot about different kinds of things. And you might find that you will find people with the same common interests and things that you have. So definitely get over there. It's a really cool place to go and hang out. And then we are going to be doing, I know I have a couple winners that are waiting for me to do a class. We're going to do that very soon. That should be pretty fun. So anyway, I'm kind of just going on now. Watch for Sunday. Tuesday. Have we decided what we're doing on Tuesday? Penny Joe says, where is that? Just in your search bar for Facebook, look up Scotty the NJ Medium's paranormal discussion page. Just like that. I know it's a mouthful, but it'll come up. It has a green logo for the avatar. You'll be able to pick it right up. Just click join, and we'll approve you, and you can come right into the group and hang out with us there. Yep, it's been really nice talking to you guys. Sorry it got a little slow, but like I said, if it's going to get weird, we don't want to give it too much stuff. Oh, did we decide? All right, you tell me. Also, I forget, because I forget. My brain is everywhere. Yeah, I will let you know about the movie on Tuesday. It should be pretty fun. I'm going to watch Veronica here as soon as I have the thing. Good night, everybody. Saying good night. Good night. It was nice seeing you. Hopefully next Ouija board Friday will be more fun. I keep thinking I'm going to do some tarot cards and stuff on Fridays too. We'll get there. By the way, how do you tell if photos were taken on the camera? I don't know. That's a weird question. I'll talk to you later about that. I can't remember if we decided. I can't even remember what day it is. Yeah, exactly. All right, so anyway, Tuesday we'll be talking about something. By tomorrow I'll know what we're talking about. All right, so I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go get ready. I got to get going. I got more things to do. It was really nice talking to everybody. Thanks for joining in. Remember, Tuesday night, 9 p.m., you could join us right here back in the basement. We're going to talk about something cool, paranormal or spiritual. We'll decide. If you have any suggestions, send it to my inbox. If you have any suggestions, send it to Tammy's inbox. She's totally solid moderator, and she will definitely help me from here on out, okay? Have a great night, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday and Friday, as always. Have a good one. Good night. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.